basically today is the 11th of January 2026. The time now is 1:37 a.m. I'm literally about to go to wake up. I don't sleep like you guys. You can see, as you can see, I don't sleep like you guys. Today's project. Obigngue says, "Fucking YouTube music. Go close this one down. No, go close this one down. This is minimizer. Go close this one down. Go close this one down. This is basically for. Because I use basically for." AI as my timer. So how much time have I got? I got 43 minutes left on my timer. Okay, today's business. Igbo machine gun. Basically, I'm trying to get into building guns because there's some mechanic that I can use for machine guns I really like in guns, and that's why that's what the whole thing is. Basically, the goal is to get machine guns power in regular guns. There's no real difference in it. That's the first step to everything that's known, but that is how does a machine gun work. History of simple things. I want to watch this video first, but 80 minutes first, but we have to cover other things because the machine gun is not a full story of it. It has to be done right, ontological research, randomly. So basically, these are Igbo weapons of war, but the one I'm most interested in is not the gun, it's the obigngue. So basically, this is obigngue, this is mass killer because it's weapon of war. It's obigngue. It's basically a surface-to-surface missile, which is a mortar. But the mortar is just surface-to-surface. Basically, there's no surface-to-air unless you calculate the trajectory perfectly and you get the air. But it can use the surface-to-air, but it's a surface-to-surface missile. But we got my sparse missile framework, which is the obigngue's sparse missile. So that one it just got better because you can have food, can have cloud seeding with that for seasons, and that's supposed to let them because the cloud seeding is just a water vapor in the air. Basically, you add salt to the sea, and the salt maybe make the sea wet. Because my hypothesis is the air, the atmosphere is salty. It has some kind of salt in it, some kind of composition that is salty. So that's why it rains and hails. That's why we have ice. Because it was the salt, it happens in the sky because the atmosphere gets salty, and when it gets salty enough in the right conformation framework, you get rain and everything back into the earth. Because that's my hypothesis. Then you get seawater because the seawater is the saltiest water we can taste, and you get sea and ocean. That's my hypothesis. So my hypothesis for the cloud seeding is literally to see this, to get some raindrops if you seed with salt, and that's how that works. But sea salt is that's how that works. These fucking things are fucking sexy, but I don't like them. They distract them. So obigngue, this is this obigngue. O for Oscar, G for Golf, B for Bravo, U for Umbrella, N for November, I for India, G for Golf, W for West, E for Echo. I'm not sure if I said the word N-word or racial slurs in my constitution as a policy now. Obigngue, because don't know what just happened, I'm going to say the N-word here. Okay, obigngue, because this is a series of work system that command demonstration improvised implosive devices, and basically they are improvised IEDs, improvised explosive devices. That means they can basically improvise. It means it's coordinated. That's what that means. It's triggered. It's coordinated. Someone does it. It's not just timed. It's coordinated. It doesn't count. Someone's a pro trigger something to trigger it. What is the time? It's time. Someone gets in the play. It's like a claymore, but because it's basically a power man to get project, and Obigngue's explosive device and the rocket missile, proper missile, the mass restoring. Basically, this is surface because when getting shots, but my one is a surface to air missile as well, because it's fast. So it has two objectives, but that's why it goes in hoops. So it's like it's really a tomahawk because my one's a boomerang. So basically, it's more than basically the way the planets spin around each other and don't collapse because there's some kind of some kind of intersection that they have a timer to realign. realign, but that realignment makes them stable. That's why the whole planet doesn't go into the sun, I'm saying like that. The whole head, because if you have three planets play under one gravity well, what about what we call a well? The gravity keeps getting denser and denser because they keep giving each other more gravity, more work to do. So it's like me pulling you and you pulling me harder. You say, because I pulled you just to stabilize you, because it's an instability system. The system has to be kept. Under natural laws, there's nothing saying that I can't give you more weight to just balance you, to just give you slightly off balance. You say, and that's kind of the problem with the sparse missiles, because they are not they're tomahawks. They are missiles that literally look like boomerangs. They go up vertically. It's like they have a vertical takeoff, so you can't really understand the take because they go up. They're not surface to surface. This one is surface to surface, but they are going at a trajectory, so they can go up at an angle. That's what that means, because they take off at an angle. But they're vertical, they launch vertically, just vertically at an angle. If they want to, they can go vertically up. It's just they have to just, if you aim it up, you're aiming, you can fall down to your head. And that's the same. So this obigngue, this is like a series of improvised explosive devices. I love improvised, but it's basically for my project Obignexes. The rocket propelled missile, because of rocket, this is what I thought was an RPG, but this is not an RPG. This is what I thought was an RPG. This is what I'm saying. We had a shit weapon, because this was actually the RPG I was actually needed. I'm saying my Call of Duty, because I thought that you could hold it. So I want this one to be an RPG because it's like you can carry around, but I want it smaller. So my next step is to make it smaller, basically make it portable. Not smaller, make it portable. So I'm gonna make it smaller, so because we can assemble it. That's the goal here now. Because I can't have it static as a policy. So obigngue V2, I'm gonna make V2, but I'm gonna make it portable. Portable. It has to be portable as a policy. So you guys, if I die in case, you can make it portable. Just take it from the ground, make it the way I say it. So it has to be done in a way that someone can just one person can do it, because you don't need to, one person can man it and two people can watch the one person use it, because in acting, so that's what we're gonna do it. It's not like a electrical motor, it's not a motor, it's an RPG, so it's like a one person weapon. So it just doesn't matter the person, just because it's one person can be on the lookout, another person can be on the other lookout, one person can set it up and done there. So this time I wanted, because I wanted to mobile, so you can move it from any location you want. And that's what the person was. That's what I want for the obigngue V2. The same power, the same everything's be there, just portability, because it's just a fixed post. Right now, and I don't like that. So this is the evil weapon Abe. Abe is so basically what I want to prove I want is I want longer range. Obviously I want longer range, because I'm a long range. So this would be longer range, double the range or triple the range actually. But let's go just like because we go to sparse AI. If we go to Google, we go to the tracking frameworks, we go to the relay system. But this has to stay mechanical. So you have to stay mechanical. It has to stay mechanical. So you can use some cogs or something, because I can do it myself. But I need to print the parts my 3D beyond. So I just need to basically I can use cogs to do it. But how do I usually got the machine gun, which I'm working on too. But my machine gun works on clocks. So it's like it works on time, but so if one clock spins a second, nanoseconds, another clock takes a second, and you see you have like 12 clocks. So you have like 12 hours, 12 clocks, and the 12 clocks like 12 hours. But before when you start it, you are triggering the first. You have to see you hold it down, but the gun has to fire instantly. So you have to usually all the clocks will start spinning. So when they reach like six spins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you get get the first shot, but it's meant to be a simpler one, like just you spin something, crank something up, and that's him because you want to stop it before you can shoot your enemies. So it's mandatory for that as a policy because you're like the 12 calls. It's not if I don't do it, guys. Be reference because you shouldn't do it. Someone that's cares about Igbo people, cares about what I'm doing, they'll be necessary because I can die to really try to prove this. I forget a message, but who cares? You get like 12 spins, 12 spins, 12 boys going on. I guess it's stop at 6. So you just won't let it go because it's meant to be a safety thing. Because if it gets to 6 o'clock, it's time to fire. So like a 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shoot, and that's like a mechanics of the cogs. So the cogs are not locked in; they have a waiting period too, because you have to think about that. So if you overheat, there's a problem. Because and that's kind of a big problem with machine guns because you could overheat, so it can cool itself too. So and that's the problem. So it doesn't matter if you have 2 or 3. You have a cog, and the cog is literally pointed to the enemy. So this is just and it's supposed to be all portable machine guns over there because you have to have a heavy artilleryman holding a big gun, someone like holding this one. But this one's a fucking bomb. This one's a fucking beast. So we got a sparse missile. You guys can have the sparse missile too. So we got a sparse missile. Look at the food or water. Just bring it in. You got this big guy. Basically it's like So you have the dragons hold which you want. So if you have a combination of people doing it in practice, you have 3 people in a small platoon, a mini soldier, because that's like no business remember. But we have 15, 3 to 15, 3 to 45 in the army. So 3 to 15 in a mini soldier. That is not the army, and 3 to 45. No, I'm 15 to 45 in Obigngue's army, because the army is, so you get 15, 30, 45, because they are working 15, they're working pi. So that's how it works. So, for example, you get, how can I say, so you get 3 people, so you get someone holding someone with an obigngue. This is bomb that's portable. I like the idea because it gives you ideas, so it makes you understand what's going on. So someone in an obigngue holding this portable obigngue. This one that's very good. My one version 2 because version 2 is better than version 1. Is it? No, I don't think so, guys. And then you get, because I'm trying to make it not all mechanical because electronic systems can get hacked because of the human rights framework of open access. So it may sound silly what I'm saying now, but it's best to play safe. It's not really advanced, it's not really crazy, it's not really wow because it's sane. It's a sane man making the decisions here. I'm telling you guys. So it's basically a service to earning some, and then we get the second one, which is the machine gun. The machine gun is again the very important role because you can get a machine gun we can mount a position of high importance and more than enemy infantry. That's positioned. This can be positioned there later. And the machine gun is like it works in time. It tells you the time. You know the time because you have the machine gun. It's like heavy armory. So basically you can be shooting at a tank, a light tank, and you can destroy it. It's kind of that powerful because the machine guns are I gotta do some damage, but they're not like pellets. They're like basically normally there's a 12 armor person 12 round, but 12 caliber round, and those are good enough to take the fucking to save the fucking medium tank, some old medium tank. But the light tank is definitely take it over. Because they're meant to be movable. So, but the 12 caliber rounds are just the 0.49. Yeah, 12 caliber rounds are the ones that I'm talking about. They are very big. I'm like, I don't get sure about that because that is my fucking house up. People go short thinking what I'm thinking of this stuff. 12 caliber rounds I haven't seen it. So you have a 12 caliber, but it's basically it has to be machine gun bound because they're like tank snipers. But I'm thinking about this wrongly as well because I'm thinking creatively. but that doesn't mean order. So I'm thinking wrongly because I know I'm thinking wrongly, but I'm thinking about the circumstances that apply because I'm thinking about the robot. So I'm thinking about as a child what was best for that time. Doesn't matter the idea. So you got the war tech. So in the war, so you got to have strategies, tactics, everything. So you get the people. You know what I'm saying? It may sound silly what I'm doing, but I'm creating solutions in my head based on the reality I live. And that reality was the one I shared, which is in opinions. And the last one was the sparse missile, which is me, it was Uche. So Uche's sparse missile, Eze is a machine gun, and Obi's obigngue. So basically, this Obi's one. So this one's there. So the sparse missile of Uche was literally the one that can deliver food, can give you water, give you drinks, clean water, clean clothes. Basically, it doesn't matter what it was in there. They can misinterpret it as a missile, as something that's gone wrong. So it's basically the wrong missile for, because I'm giving the opinion to this OBI, which is Mr. Hart, also, because I care about this project they're doing, but this one. It's not portable. It needs some, I come down this. So this is obigngue. This is Igbo. The guns are very regional, but they have Adeke Igwe, Igwe meaning king, Ebe. But these guns are good because they still exist in them. Flintlock, West Africa. These flintlock guns are just semi-automatic guns. They're not good. They're not good enough. No more to me. But I love them because they haven't tried them. I have to try them to see how much power they take. But obviously, I can go and get these guns in Nigeria. I'm saying. So these are the Igbo weapons. What was I gonna say? Igbo arrows. So all kids allowed to shoot both the bow and arrows. Aged the 4 and up. The 4 and up is a policy, but they have to shoot smaller and smaller. 3 and up as a policy, the smaller the ball, but they went to shoot bow and arrow, like a princess stuff, 3 and up to as opposed to business. Children was to shoot bow and arrows, on sports school, all business stuff, no stick away. They went to shoot, spears. Yeah, they went to just throw spears for because these are events we do, sports we do for, daggers, fucking daggers. Yeah, knives. Knives are. These daggers are very there. So scientist. So what am I doing? So basically, this is my NSIGII test I passed it. So obigngue is this guy also called the Ojukwu bucket was a series of weapon systems, and at the outbreak of the hostile, the Biafran army was forced to poorly equipped compared to the mission short supply, and the balance of power was into British scientists. Promoter of the University of Biafra, University of now the University of Nigeria, formed from the research operation. Oh my days, a fucking university, you got change the fucking name again. Oh my days, oh my days. Oh my days, you got change the fucking name. You got change the name, I don't like his name, Nigeria. We didn't do anything with Nigeria, we're done Nigerians, I'm not Nigerian, guys. Guys, that name just scared the fucking shit out of me. Because you may know what you're for better for, but it gives some pride to you. It's like any good one and ever for formerly research and production, rap, research and production. We have lost the war, but we've lost the nuclear of the time when we came out to include grenades, landmines, because it's a bomb, soft-air missiles, because it's a bomb. Oh, actually, fits under the organization mixes bombs, because it's surface missile. I think I'm just limiting my ideas. I'm not thinking creative anymore because I'm thinking about the tactics that apply here. The kind of coordination and formation, a killer from the heavens to the vast, heaven killer. Heaven killer. This was a big way. It was the fall of the wind. The high was a mine warhead. Killing a range of 890. But wow. And armored vehicles. Oh my days. Actually, just don't jump. Basically, guys, as a policy, all my things, all my weapons, oh my god. I just noticed this is like very good actually. This 800 meters 800 meters is seriously a meter. What's it basically? I'm not British, fucking sir. So basically, all the weapons all making should double this. Basically, should have metric should, because I can prove the metric. Should have this doubled. So 118 or 800 meters. 800 meters, 1,600 meters to be doubled. So that would be 800 meters, 800 times 2, 800 squared. Because it's the area, not times 2 to the power of 2, 6,400 meters. Double that. 90 to the power of 2. Basically, that's the policy. You have to double for the Sparse missiles for policy now for the V2 version 2 of the obigngue bomb. So I'm gonna try and make it, but that's 800 to the power of 2. To the power of 2, that would be 640,000 meters, and that's the new range for the V2 for the obigngue, and then 90 radius arc, which is it can do a 90 degrees, but it cannot do so 90 to the power of 2 will be 8. So we'll do 290, 180 will be 81,000. This will be 4 turns, because this will be 4 aerial turns. You can do 4 loops or 4 turns. So to be smart, because 90 degrees, 90 arcs, 90 degree arc could wipe out a company of enemy troops. The weapons were for any infantry. The British journalists this is to describe the flying against the attack. The flying against the. I don't fucking like this guy. No, but I don't hate him either. I just don't like the kind of Frederick Forsyth. There's a fucking. In August 85. Oh my God. MI6. Oh, there was a journalist to kill this. Oh my God. Oh my God. But this is guy fucking for the MI6. They have. Oh my God. The fucking white people, man. Oh, the school, man. I don't like this, guys. I don't like this. Is no good. Yeah, this is what we don't like white people in our country. You know what I'm saying? There's a policy that must stop, guys. No letting foreign people, white or black, or no affairs into war zones. I don't care what is the news. I read the constitution. Or politics people are not involved, don't need to be there, and they should perform. And that's the policy I'm enforcing for obigngue. Because I don't want to see this kind of stealing my tech. Just kind of watching. And this is the obigngue. This is like the bomb. So this is like 81,000 kilometers, guys. Try to meet them. If I meet you guys halfway, just complete the one. But it has to be 4 spins, arc through, and then a range of 8 kilometers. 8 to the power of 2. 8 to the power of 2 would be 54 kilometers. But this is good enough. So that is about 12.2, and that'll be 4,000 because it'll be out of harm's way. So 4,000. Because this is 4 to the power of 2, 4,096. So 86 to the power of 4. 8 to the power of 4, that's 4,096. So basically, I was gonna watch this video here, nice one. But this Igbo science, this one saying. So this YouTube video is not a joke. It's just how does the machine gun work? Where was I? So basically, the sparse missile of the obigngue is not done. For this is Igbo science. So let's watch the video now. This is Igbo science. So these are the guys that came around for oh fuck! You see a fucking thing? This is a fucking oh my days. See what I'm saying? 1, 2. You see that kind of.
Hello guys. So this thing here is called obigngue. It's a kind of gun that is being shot in an Igbo event, in a traditional Igbo event. It can be a burial, it can be a New Year festival, or any traditional event. So today, this is Igbo Ezemewụ Festival of 2024. I'm going to show you the process of getting this thing ready, how it's being prepared, and how it's being shot. Just stay tuned to this video and see every step and the science involved in this, because this is Igbo science. Igbo people, they have their own science too. So stay tuned, watch, and don't go anywhere.
So I told you guys. Just ponder that here. So that's compound, guys. That's one compound. So you see, like it's full sound. That's full compound. Because the sound is like pattern. I don't know what it's doing that, but I'm just learning. I'm just watching it. Compound, like compound. Yes. Basically, I think I remember, because if you go white phosphorus, like a raw white, and you touch it, you're gonna ignite the barrel, because white phosphorus. So I'm saying, I know, remember this now. So it doesn't matter what the can separate it, because the sun has to be separate from your skin, and if this burns out, the gunpowder burns out, it has to reach the sun, so it protects the barrel itself. Another thing, because this just this was just like someone putting the gun inside the dirt, and the dirt has no charge, so where would the thing go? It would just ruin the whole trajectory of the whole thing, and it won't go up when you're direction in any way, shape, or form. So it's putting a city, actually like so basically the gunpowder into the barrel, and they're now hitting the gunpowder in the air. Then it falls to the ground. It's the sound already. So it has to be this possible, because it's like it gets worse because the sun is around there, but it's like cold. It doesn't matter. It's cold. It's flammable. Okay? So you can be cold with gunpowder. You can coat gunpowder, because they have to be careful, because these sides and slate is cold. It's easy. No, it's just cold. No, let's get back. No, it's cold. It's so cold. Even though it's cold, it's cold is just a light cold and it fires. Because I've seen it work with cold, so I'm not sure it's cold or cold. But this is not cold, because it's still cold. It's like man. So basically now there's no more pattern top. So that means you should have to work at it. So it should work in a way. So it's looking forward. Because they're not on top. So this one's done. So those guys just learning how to do. And that's all it's an event. So you see what I'm saying? You just step back. You just step back, it's a little scared. He's doing well. So I love this kind of weapons, because we went to Nigeria to see it in person, so I'm doing research. I'm not trying to do it myself. Because just sitting there, I'm thinking of the kind of, because it's legal to get art, in between the charges. So you can go and do this in Nigeria. So you see, it's like a made in the earth, and basically, we're divided. Basically, the UK is divided. We call it divided kingdom now. We used to laugh at that. We used to laugh at the UK when basically I made that joke in class and people laughed. Now we call it because that's kind of funny. So it used to be called United Kingdom. Now it's called divided kingdom. Because they divided themselves. So basically, it's like so basically this is saying, oh, it's not even like positions upright. So you just added some kind of liquid. Now the liquid is basically gonna hit the gunpowder, but I don't know how the fire is gonna ignite it because liquid is basically it's just fucking fights the ground. So see this, you get you set it up alright. It just sounds on the source car, guys. Begin when it's wrong. But it comes from the ground because you can make it so it's not tar. It's like crude oil because there's crude oil in the ground, but it is like the oil from the ground. So this oil is very because crude oil is really deadly. But if you light this oil, what's called a mattress iron, you can get this all blow off. I think that's what's happening here because there are really fumes here. When it's smoke, is fire because you cannot separate the two. Smoke is a signal, and there's fire. Let me something's really happened. And that's what I'm saying. You can't separate the two. If you try, you fuck everything off yourself because that's the person. If you see smoke, keep safe, keep your distance from the fire because already there's all the women, the boys and girls, family of organisms. Everyone there, It's just stability, it's just sturdy, it's not sturdy, if it's not sturdy, just check it, it's fucking very well, man. If you fucking, because this part is what they use, see what they use, chicken, you just need to put it up and if you So that's evil science. I don't know how it works. You don't tell me how the black powder makes, but the black powder was from the ground. So it comes from it doesn't come from ground. It comes from somewhere, like somewhere you go deep. You have to go deep on the ground. So you have to go deep. You can't get the black powder because you can get it. And once you go to get the liquid and the black powder become as one. Because I've seen the black powder, I thought it was crude oil, but I don't think it's crude oil because it's not flamming. So the black powder is somewhere fucking on the ground. Fucking chew. But that's what I'm saying, it's there. Now this one, how does the machine gun work? Let's see it. So the black powder is on the ground, basically it's oil, but it's something that's dense. So to keep basically, what I'm saying is, if you dig a well, you see you get water, you have to dig double down to get the black liquid. Because that's what I'm saying. If you get a well water, you get double the water. I'm saying that's you get the black liquid.
Hey there, curious minds. Have you ever watched an action movie or a war documentary and found yourself wondering, how does that machine gun keep firing like that? I mean, how can one trigger unleash such a rapid stream of bullets? What kind of mechanical sorcery is going on inside that thing? Well, you're not alone. And the answer is a lot more fascinating than you might expect. Behind every burst of automatic fire is a series of finely tuned components working together with explosive precision. From cycling mechanisms to heat management, It's all part of a carefully orchestrated dance of metal, gas, and recoil. In today's episode, we're tackling the question, how does a machine gun work? Why they fire so fast?
You see what I'm saying? I see this, I don't hate it. I hate the fact that, there's a lot of light people, and it doesn't make me feel like, I'm the one using it. And that's why I don't like it. It's not because I'm racist or jealous. I'm not, because I can make my own. That's what all this is about anyway. It's just that there's too much, there's no segregation, there's too much of the same people, one demographic, and it doesn't seem that these people, doesn't seem I'm the only one gonna feel this too, because
How they reload themselves.
It's a policy to you can dig anyhow you want, because you can dig infinitely deep. No, okay, try 3 times the well. No, because let me say 5 times the well, because the 5 times the well is in your land, in your compound. Another person will says no, 3 times the well in your compound. No, 3 to 5 times the well, but you need permission for 4 and 5 times, because to say you consent for 5 times. Okay,
And what keeps them from melting down in the process right here on History of Simple Things.
Our team explorer.
Runs out or the gun overheats. But what makes it capable of doing that? It all boils down to automation. Once the trigger is pulled, the gun takes care of everything. Firing the round, ejecting the spent cartridge, reloading a new round, and doing it again, over and over, faster than a human ever could manually. When you pull the trigger of a machine gun, you're doing more than just making a loud noise. You're
Yes, it's a chain reaction. So basically, it's like this, literally, because you should learn this. You know how to work with military tech, but you don't have the military tech in front of you. I'm not saying you really learn it. You really just don't have it. You start building it, and based on how it's built, and say how it looks, how it feels, that's what open motor and open sense is about. So I just really have the blueprint in my head. I don't have the physical blueprint. I have the video. It's teaching me everything.
Initiating a chain reaction. Here's how it plays out. The trigger releases the firing pin or striker, which hits the primer on the back of the bullet cartridge. That primer ignites the gunpowder inside. Or initiating a
This is a bad pistol image.
That primer ignites, which hits the primer on the back of the.
This is what I'm saying. It does this pistol, I don't like it. I don't like it. This is the primer. I don't even know what a primer is. Hits the back. Basically, let me show you. I'm giving you again. So the primer, I don't know anything here because there's nothing labeled. But the primer, something called a primer, hits the back of the bullet cartridge. The primer, let's find something. So if this thing hits the back of the bullet, the primer, this is the switch. If I put the trigger, the primer, so it's like a switch, it releases, so basically it pushes up. And this is the primer, something ignites, hits the back of the bullet. But what's a bullet? Oh, this is a bullet here. Something, a cartridge.
Bullet cartridge. That primer ignites the gunpowder inside, creating a burst of hot gas. Primer ignites the.
This is not. I'm saying basically.
Loud noise.
It's annoying because if you're gonna walk. So this is my weapon gun. So if I shoot a gun, or I shoot something, if I want something to ignite. If I want to walk, if I want to start running, I don't like this design because I don't hate it, but it's it's at the back. But this is why I hold it back. It's old one. So my one, I'm changing this kind of thing. I'm gonna add another one. So because this is an old one, so the primer should be I'm looking at the primer because it obscures my sight, my vision. Me thinking it doesn't matter if I have to have a good aim. But the good aim is basically me. I can really see. I can really see. I'm a threat. I don't need to see. So I don't like this idea of a reticle because the reticle can get a red dot sight. Red dot sight issues because if you get EM wave, EMP, EMP. The EMP is what I hate. So I love to think about it. I am the gun. I am the gun. I go. I go. I am the bullet. I go. But I don't go on a strike. I go on a noise stop, enough trigger on aux start, which is when I've been prompted. Like, an aux start, just so the only thing is, like, I love to think about it as like, if our legs are bent backwards, but our knees are bent back. If our knees are bent back, how would we walk? How would we stand up from a chair, from this kind of chair? Because if this kind of chair, this one I'm fucking sitting on, is bent forward. It's not it's bent 90 degrees. I am just getting up and going. Let me show you. Getting up and going. Just stand up and go. And this is what I need you to do. So I don't have a backwards. I'm facing this way. I'm facing north. No. I'm facing north. East, north. I'm facing north. And I just stand up. No. And I run. And I stand up and go. That's what I'm saying to you. It's conflicting because it's not thinking about the body. It's not thinking about structure. It's not thinking about the skeleton, the bones involved, the kind of body. And that's all I want to do. So I don't like this kind of gun mechanic because of the policy. I love all the guns, but I'm gonna build my own guns on the kind of principle of leg, kind of getting up and getting ready, because I have to change the primer to somewhere that will not scare my vision. But when I put the trigger obviously I have to design it properly, because if I have a chicken, if I have bird's legs, I squat. That means I'm sitting. I'm a squatter. I'm a squatter. I'm a squatter. My dog's a squatter. But that's more natural for me to squat than sit. So this chair would be the worst case from the wall. So I'm using the example because we squat to wall. We squat because there's terrain. There's a lot of fucking terrain and bushes. So how would I squat? I would squat like fucking. For me, just like say I'm sitting in this fucking chair. I can't see myself properly like in this fucking chair. I'm sitting in this chair. And I want to squat. I crouch. I just crouch. Get ready. And as I said, I don't have to pick up a button. I already have the weapon. But this is good. But it has to get ready. I have to change my field of view. I have to get it to cross my eyes. And in that time, there's a lot. I feel vulnerable. I am vulnerable. I'm not telling you. It's like this is a fucking thing. So it's vulnerable. So I'm moving mine to someone I feel safe. This is when I have a gun here. Something about the gun design to change. So I see the inside because this kicks the primer up. And the primer keeps the gun full, and the bullets are full. So I could have the bullet at the back. If the bullet and the primer kicks forward for the bullets to the back, because if the primer kicks forward still, I have a heavily bullet, but I have to reload the bigger for the back. So all the bullets have to be in the back of the opposite frame for the gun, because all the bullets are what I load into. I don't have to take time to reload. Because it's outside and it doesn't weigh me down. It doesn't weigh me down. It actually reduces the recoil by half. I'm telling you, basically, the more I fire, the more I go up, because but this weight has to be by the back, so it has to be counted. So I'm not even thinking about this because I'm thinking, can I even add fake weight to hold the gun down at the front? But it was a pistol. But it's more ergonomic. It's still more quick as a person. Because I am this example because it works for me. If I'm gonna bump into someone with low force, I need the force that I know they will not be able to throw away, push back. And that's why this doesn't make sense to me, because I expected people to understand this intuitively, but I understand intuitively because it works for me. Because I'm a runner, I run. So, and that's what makes sense to me. It's like this gun, because they're not perfect, they're just designed. They're designed with just to kill, not just to be structured. So the skeleton is the gun. This gun with legs. Because if the gun wears out in time, or kind of a lucky, they're trying to stop people guns locking itself up. Because the more you shoot guns, the more the wheels up, they can get gun jam. And I don't need a gun jam. So this is a gun jam problem. So the gun jam problem is like what I'm trying to solve. Because if I'm having a ready, steady stop, I can have a noise start, like no one tell me, it's just getting crazy, people are getting angry, and I have to defend myself. Or I can get ox start, which just means I can anticipate something's wrong, and I have to deal with that threat. I'm saying, because there's a threat in the way. I'm saying,
on the back of the bullet cartridge. That ignites the gunpowder inside, creating a burst of hot gas.
See that whole gas? So basically, even stuff that
Propelling the bullet down the barrel at incredible speed, creating a burst of hot gas. That gas lays out. The trigger releases the firing pin or striker, which hits the primer on the back of the bullet cartridge. That primer ignites the gunpowder inside, creating a burst of hot gas. That gas expands rapidly, propelling the bullet down the barrel at incredible speed. But here's where it gets interesting. What happens after the bullet leaves is just as important. The leftover energy from that gas, or from the movement of the bolt and recoil, is used to cycle the action and get the next bullet ready. This is where machine guns shine. They recycle that energy to do all the work automatically. Not all machine guns operate the same way. There are three main ways they handle this automatic cycle: blowback, gas-operated, and recoil-operated systems. Let's start with blowback. This is the simplest design and is usually found in smaller, lighter guns. When the bullet is fired, the force of the gas pushes the bolt backward, ejects the spent casing, and chambers the next round using spring tension. It's easy to build.
This one, it's not bad. It's actually more, but if you get killed, you won't be able to deal with it. But I can pick up a shotgun and tell you what happened. It's like it's a forensics. The forensics is bad. That's why I don't hate the gun. I hate the kind of you can tell the weapon is shooting. So you can tell this one. This is basically, I can tell that this machine gun. No, this is just a standard weapon. This is just a blowback. This is just a standard piece for all guns. I can determine when I need to kill someone. Not this guy that has this kind of weapon. That's a blowback weapon, because it's not as a bad design. It's just it's too common, and I really see just as too common. It's the easiest one to make. But it doesn't, because if I know how much bullets is in it, the time of day, the person I'm tracking someone down. I know that this weapon will be the easiest to track down. And because I can literally just learn this weapon all my life and just know how to deal with the threat immediately. Because it's my weapon. If I pick it up and say this is UMP, UPS, I think, I don't know, or MP7, I don't know.
But not ideal for high-powered rounds.
High-powered rounds. So.
Next up is gas operation.
Download the epic online action game War Thunder and brighten your day with thrilling battles. It's not just a game, it's real action, where metal howls,
which is common in many military-grade automatic weapons. Here's how it works. A small hole in the barrel near the front allows some of the expanding gas to be redirected into a gas tube. That gas pushes a piston or directly moves the bolt carrier group backward. This system is more controlled and better suited for higher rates of fire. And finally, recoil operation. This system uses the actual recoil of the shot to cycle the action. Both the barrel and bolt move together briefly, then separate. The barrel stops, but the bolt continues moving, ejecting the spent casing and picking up a new round. Guns like the legendary M2 Browning 50 caliber use this method. Now that we know how machine guns cycle, the next big question is, how do they keep feeding all those bullets?
So basically the cycle is like 360, so the 360 seconds before they overheat, so that's one cycle. Basically it's a period. So when I talk about cycles, I know what I mean. It's just, I'm giving 360, you have A to B, a bullet system. 360, you have a bullet, you have some time. A cycle of space and time is basically a polar code system, and the polar code system, the time of the bullet to reheat and give you space is like, I'm using a clock system to model this, because you get 6 RPM. I don't know rounds per minute. I'm saying it's like you have cogs. I'm using cogs because I'm very traditional. I'm like, but it works the same way, but because you get spin, because once you start the spin of a cog, the other one shifts the gears, and the other one shifts gears. You get 6 gears in a row, but you get like 12 cogs in one row. But when you start, you can't initiate. You have to always spin to the down until you release the trigger. And that's what I'm using it, because the cogs don't overheat unless you spin them for the time of 360, and then they can't move anymore and they cog up. But it's a stupid thing because I haven't gone to war. So it's an old one. It's my thing. It's my thing. It's what I invented because it's basically the period. You can get a period of 90 degrees, 180. 270 and which is a 3/4 period, and then that 3/4 period is where you're gonna start to cool down. If after 360, you can go to 360, but 270 is like it should be done by then anyway. But 360 and beyond is like when the gun starts to 360 polar axis, like 360 degrees, but it should be fine over the system of the cogs. The cogs just keep rotating until the system you can't stop it because you started. So the kind of thing that basically makes it very dangerous for you is if you're in front of the gun. If you're in front of the gun and no one's there, are you gonna get because everyone's supposed to be around the gun, but if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that's the whole thing with machine guns. You don't want to be at the wrong. Doesn't matter how fast your gun is spinning. You have to be safe.
Machine guns don't use standard magazines like a pistol does, not usually anyway. Instead, they often use belt-fed ammunition. That's right, long metal belts filled with cartridges, feeding into the weapon like a conveyor belt of destruction. As each round is fired, the mechanism pulls in the next cartridge from the belt, chambers it, fires, ejects, and repeats. This allows the gunner to fire hundreds of rounds without constantly reloading. Of course, some smaller machine guns use box magazines or drum magazines, but belt-fed systems are the go-to for sustained fire. Here's something that movies often skip over. Machine guns overheat. Firing hundreds of rounds rapidly generates a ton of heat. Metal expands, lubricants burn off, and barrels can warp or even melt. To deal with this, early machine guns like the Vickers used water cooling. Yes, literally a water jacket around the barrel. But in modern systems, air cooling, quick change barrels, and heat-resistant alloys do the job. Many squad machine guns today have detachable barrels. After a few hundred rounds, you pop off the red-hot barrel and replace it with a fresh one, like changing a light bulb, if the light bulb could melt steel. Let's talk numbers. Most machine guns fire between 600 to 1,200 rounds per minute. That's 10 to 20 bullets per second. But wait, that's the theoretical rate of fire. In real combat situations, gunners fire in controlled bursts to avoid overheating and to stay accurate. There's a practical limit to how fast you can actually use the weapon, even though some guns, like the minigun, can spin up to 6,000 rounds per minute. It's mounted on vehicles or helicopters with external power sources, not something you'd carry around on foot. So, there you have it. A machine gun might seem like a brute force tool, but it's actually a marvel of mechanical design. From redirecting explosive gas to carefully timed bolt movements and efficient cooling systems, everything inside a machine gun is fine-tuned to achieve one goal: sustained automatic fire. The next time you see one in a game, a movie...
So basically, it's a machine gun. So basically, it's a machine gun. The machine guns are deadly because I'm giving them a structure because I don't like the machine guns in the way they are. I don't like the weapons the way they are because I don't care because basically all my guns have to have the kind of skeleton, the bone, because for me, I'm left-handed. I don't like it, guys. I don't have a left-hand gun. So the structure must reflect me because I'm in the first being access. So the guns are literally the kind of a leg because I'm walking. I just need a stop. I need a boost. I just get up this chair and fucking run. But you don't see me go get a stop. Go have to pull the trigger. I don't forget. And that's the same. I don't forget to running stance. I don't forget. And that's the same. I already have the structure, the bones to get me off from this chair and get running because you get around. And it's like a sparse start. That's what matters to me. That's why it really matters because I'm left-handed. I have to go to the ground. And these are the guns they're doing to me. So the guns are literally just doing all of that, all the hard work all over again. You just need to do the hard work and the same. So clearly me giving all these policies for the structure, the bone. You don't hold the gun on the bone. You don't hold yourself by the bones. You don't hold the gun by the bone. That's like the metal you're holding on to. I don't like that because the metal holds up. So you have to have special holding spots for the gun so you can use it. It's like a knife. You don't want to hold a knife at the fucking tip of the fucking knife. If you're going to use it, because you're going to kill yourself. And that's what make it. So it's basically based on my experience of weapons and stuff like that. I already have as a human being. Being around people that fucking point weapons down when they respect you. They don't point because they're not scared of you. Because I have this experience in the UK and Nigeria too. Because you don't need to kill someone. And you get like the kind of it addresses the policy of the thing. You see off come by default. All guns are off by default. Not obviously the noisy, the system that criminals get, feeling wrong, because I have people that they used to go on taxis, and carry guns, but they never used to go tell them put guns on or turn guns to switch the fire, because they need to put the firing pin on, because you can switch the firing pin on, but never switch it on, because that's security in Navy and station dream. And I love that places for people having that places. So I'm saying to you, it's good. It's good because it's like that. So I'm saying to you the kind of gun. So that's what I'm saying because I'm giving the structure to guns for now. Because you get the body, you get the bones, you get the mass. So what comes from the body? Calcium, you get the kind of muscle. So the muscle is what what kickstarts the gun. Because if the gun is the metal, what kickstarts the gun? You. So that means what separation of concern? The muscle. Kickstart the gun, bones, and the bone kickstart the muscle to start running, and the muscle keeps because it has to be separate from the bone. So the muscle will be like the triggers, how much energy. And that's what I'm saying. So it has to be like that, So I'm not happy with the size of the guns, and that's what I'm saying. What is the policy of the muscle, bones, and what? The flesh, which protects the muscle. So the flesh protects the muscle, and then when you get a hold, which is like your gripping, your kind of gripping system, which is where your hand should be holding, where you should be over. So it's sparse, allows you to just get up and go. And that's why I'm making it doesn't matter what the gun is. I don't like these guns. The blowback, I love the blowback, but it's too predictable. I can use them, I can find out, I can learn my information about the battlefield and by avoiding the guy over and over again. But if it's not a machine gun, because I haven't got training, and I believe I can do it, without all the military training, but I need some military training to find the gun, identify the gun, just to do it properly. But without a gun, I'm not making this joke of it. I'm making like if I have one gun, and I learn a gun, I say fight this guy with this one gun that you have. I already know where that guy is going with the weapons he has. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to go, but that was the business for me because basically the goal of this. I'm really small, trying to do it properly, but I'm not in Nigeria now, but I'm just gonna order effort to do it. It may sound crazy, but I'm trying to go to Nigeria anyway to try to do my PhD. And this is just researching work for me. What's this work? Cooling system. Cock system. So the cock system is just a spin of cogs. The cogs are unchained, so they're unchained in sequence and series because they are meant to be very good to. I get this Semtex sap grenade because I'm trying to have the grenade to have sap in it, but the sap is sticky, so it's a Semtex, which is stick with explosive devices. You can get sap. So sometimes you get sap to sticky for explosive purposes. That's later tomorrow. Okay, let's go and continue. Thank you guys for watching this video. Have a lovely night.